And our guest, Vik Bajaj, you are a immigration attorney. So give me your thoughts. You've been listening to this as we have here in the studio. Your initial thoughts on the president's plan?
Well, my initial thoughts are it really states the obvious. This is an issue that has been plaguing our country for decades. There was a reference made to prior presidents who have, by executive order, changed the platform of admission into our country by non-citizens. The reason why President Obama brought that up, obviously, is to dispel the rumor that this is a Democrat issue or a Republican issue. This is a United States issue, according to the president. And I'll tell you, this is something that truly states the obvious. Now, in regards to my background as an immigration lawyer, but more importantly as a criminal defense lawyer, I'll tell you, this unclogs the bottleneck. There are a tremendous amount of criminal investigations, criminal prosecutions, and criminal convictions and sentences that are given for people who frankly do not belong in federal prison.
Let me interrupt you there, Vic. You're talking about people who have not done anything wrong that would potentially fall under this third category, but yet somehow someone found out they were here illegally and therefore they're bottlenecking the legal system.
Or individuals who are highly educated individuals who I have represented, people who are coming from third world countries, what we would call the modern day brain drain. People who are very intelligent, extremely valuable assets for the United States economy, who just want to find, as President Obama had stated, a better life and a way to contribute. Well, these people stand next to me in federal court, and I represent them in front of a criminal judge in a criminal court, and there are penalties for that wrongful admission under the law. What this allows us to do really as a society is to allow for the admission of individuals who can help the United States. And if you paint with a broad brush what President Obama is really saying, he is saying, look at the economics. Look at the benefits that we can have by taking in the products of the brain drain from the rest of the world, and what can we build here? And why are we fighting it? Let's get a platform and a procedure that we can follow within the four corners of the law to allow us to gain these assets that can extraordinarily increase our stance in the world.
Let me just play devil's advocate here. I certainly understand where you're coming from and really what the president is saying as well. And it makes perfect sense to say, let's fix the problem, right? Let's unbottleneck, as to use your term, with the legal system. But on the other side, you still have the argument of, look, they still came here illegally. What is the argument to that? And also, we just had the new elections, and we now will have, come January, the Republican-controlled House and Senate, both of whom have said, look, we want to work on this issue. And yes, President Obama, we have new people in office, and we are going to work with you. What's the argument of maybe the president should have waited a couple months to take this up?
You know, you're playing devil's advocate, and I play devil's advocate with a colleague of mine, Susan Warren, who practices exclusively in this area. And you know what her response was as a practitioner day in and day out? She says they had the opportunity. Congress had the opportunity to pass a bill. So I wouldn't look at what President Obama is saying as a challenge to Congress. I think it's more of a polite invitation. It's putting out a trial balloon to see how Congress reacts to this act, this executive order, and hopefully people will come to the table and save face and find a mutually agreeable and amicable solution to this.
Well, the situation and the conversation, certainly bigger issue, is not over. You just saw live pictures there outside the White House of protesters. Vic, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to continuing the conversation. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Still ahead here at 5.